What's going on, guys? It's Steven here from Digital Renovations. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, and wear a bow tie if you want to help me out here and stay up to date with the latest videos from Digital Renovations. Today we're going to be taking a look at AI again, running in a local environment. Last time we looked at how we could set up Ollama to pull down one of their hosted models and run it locally. This time we're going to dream a little bigger. In Ollama, their website hosts around 4,000 models, which is quite a substantial number. However, today we're going to be looking at how we can pull down and implement a model from Hugging Face. Now, Hugging Face is an AI community online that is home to over 400,000 models, where the community continues to fine-tune and build out an existing models, and they are doing some amazing stuff over there. So, look, let's jump into it. It's a fairly easy process. We're going to build it in Docker again. We're going to take our docker run command that we used last time. We'll open up PowerShell, and in there we'll add our command. So docker run in detached mode, we're going to use port 3000 on the host machine linked to port 8080 in the container. We're going to set up Ollama and Open Web UI with their own volumes, and we're going to set up, this is the difference here, a link between the C drive models folder and a models directory in the container. I'm going to call it local AI, same as last time, restart if it shuts down, and we're telling it to grab the Open Web UI and Ollama images. So we'll hit enter. It's up and running. If you don't have those images already, it's going to download them for you. And right now, if we hit our local host environment, we can see absolutely nothing, but generally we will find that that's just because Open Web UI takes a little bit of time to start getting up and running. So if we refresh now, magically, here we are. Alright, so it's saying we're not authorized, but if we were to log in, magically now we are in. So if we click here, we'll see that there's actually no models currently found. So I think it's time that we fix that up. So we're going to do that by heading over to the Hugging Face website. Now the Hugging Face website, as I mentioned, is a fantastic community. They do a lot of amazing AI work. You can sign up, you can join in, you can get involved. There's apps running, there's models, there's data sets that you can use, all sorts of great stuff. We're going to be here looking at models specifically today from someone called The Bloke. Now, as an Australian, that name resonates with me a lot, but also The Bloke is an iconic member here who does a fantastic job of quantizing down existing models and doing some just awesome stuff, very well respected. So he's been compiling, quantizing down models into the gguf format, which is what we need today. That takes essentially all the tensor files and everything and compiles it down into one file that has all the configurations, all the weightings, everything. He's got here around 3,863 models available that he's been working on. We're going to jump in here and we're going to look for one called DeepSeek Coder. We're looking for ones with gguf on the answers, 33 billion parameter. We're going to go for the 6.7 billion parameter model. We'll click into that. There's lots of different levels of quantization available for this. So on this page, we can see who the original model creator was, link through to the original model, find out a little bit about the gguf format. Scrolling on down, we can see different provided files here. So when we look at quantization of a model, I like to think of it a little bit like compressing down an image file. So you've got your different compression options. This one would probably fall into the category of a lossy compression. The smaller it is, the more significant the quality loss. So we see here there's some like 2.83 gig versions. This is the smallest, significant quality loss, not recommended for most purposes. So we're going to take a look through these use cases, and when we get down here, we're going to see some that actually say recommended. So rather than going too deep down the rabbit hole of what quantization is and the different variables that are involved, we're going to take a look through. We've got one here that is a large one with low quality loss. It falls into the recommended category. It's not a massive download and it meets our RAM requirements, so we're going to go with the Q5KS model. Now behind the scenes, Hugging Face has a Git server running, so you can actually just sort this out through the CLI. Today we're playing on easy mode, seeing as we're already here, we're just going to click the download button. Now once this is downloaded, we're going to move it over into the volume that we set up over here. So we've linked the C drive models folder, so we move that into the C drive models folder or whatever directory you've currently got set up. We're also going to need to create a file here. So in here, I've already got it set up. It's just called model file. It does not have a file extension. And we just put from and then the location of our gguf file. So we put this in the same directory in C models. And this is how we're going to get Ollama to create the model for us. So create that, save it in the same directory, and we'll jump into Docker Desktop. So I'm in our container here. I'm in the exec tab to execute some commands. So from here, we're going to cd into our root directory, cd into /models. Oh, it's not going well today. There we go, and we can see that we've got our two files here. We're going to go Ollama create. We're going to give it a name, so DeepSeek coda -f, and then we'll reference our model file. Hit enter. Invalid model reference. That's an interesting one. All right. So we'll make sure we've got our naming done correctly, and there isn't a K here at the end, which should be an S. So if we jump into here, _K_S, and let's try that again. Ollama create DeepSeek-coda-f model file. Hit enter. And now it's actually going to go through and create a model for us using that gguf as a reference. Perfect. All right, now we can see that it is all set up. Let's jump back into our web UI. If we refresh this page, give it a little bit of thinking time, try again. Perfect. Select a model. And there you can see we've got our DeepSeek Coda model all set up and ready to go. So we can jump into that. We can start a conversation with it, ask it some coding questions, and have a little bit of fun to play with it. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you found this helpful and if you want more content like this. Until next time, have a good one.